Welcome to Click for IB Biology. We're studying D3.3, the homeostasis section of the syllabus. We're looking at the kidney, and we've moved on in our study of the kidney to now consider the loop of Henle and salt reabsorption. There's a PDF of this presentation that's linked in the description. There you'll also find a link to 10 questions. Take those questions, check the answers, and secure your understanding of this part of the course. So the loop of Henle, it should be pronounced Henle, I understand, not Henle, is the loop which goes from the cortex down into the medulla region of the kidney and the pyramids. Within the tissue of the cortex, as we move from the outside of the kidney, so if I just draw a quick sketch here of a kidney, like this, the cortex is on the outside and the medulla is in here. As we progress downwards towards the pelvic region, we encounter around the cells, so think of this as being a cellular region here, around these cells is an increasing concentration of tissue fluid. Now, as the filtrate leaves the proximal convoluted tubule, despite the fact that 80% of the water has already been removed, as the filtrate passes through the descending limb, so this is known as the descending limb of the loop of Henle, this is actually permeable to water. And because we encounter a concentration gradient difference between the filtrate and the tissue fluid, water is able to move by osmosis and leave the actual filtrate, and this water is actually reabsorbed into the efferent blood vessel, which is wrapped around the loop of Henle. As the filtrate turns at the base of the loop of Henle, it then proceeds upwards, like so, into what is called the ascending limb. Now, the ascending limb is permeable to salts. And as the filtrate moves up, with the permeability and the concentration gradient in the medulla tissue fluid, salts gradually diffuse. So in this case, this is diffusion, not osmosis as was over here. The diffusion of the salts leaves the glomerular filtrate, and those salts, which are coming out here, 1, 2, 3 through 5, they are absorbed back into the blood. So this is another example of the selective reabsorption of water, but also the selective reabsorption of salts. In this way we have reabsorbed more water, and now we have reabsorbed the salts which we wish to retain, and the filtrate is now going to pass back into the collecting tubule or the collecting duct, and this collecting duct is the subject of our next video, where we find that the collecting duct is under the influence of hormones such as ADH, and is actually the section of the kidney nephron associated with the fine control of the osmolarity of our blood. Here's a link to that video on the left-hand side. A chance to subscribe to this channel is in the center there, always massively appreciated. And on the right-hand side, we have the playlist for your convenience.